Welcome to This Is Football, TIF Tuesdays, fellas. Bienvenidos a This Is Football. Nico Socio, what's up, fellas?
What
We
up, what
got
up,
a
what up?
What up?
we got a big show. I told you guys we are going to cover a shitload of topics. For those of you tuning in on Spotify, don't stop tuning in. We're going to go through probably an hour. We have a very big announcement
Not
towards
enough
the end of
time.
the show. And we're going to argue.
Man, I already love the chat. It's blowing up.
Exactly. We're going to argue a lot. There's going to be a lot of banter. Let's get into it, boys. Let's get right into it. Topics of the day. Actually, you know what? You know what, bro? Fuck it.
You might have to change that. You might
No
have to change
topics of the
that.
day.
Shout out
No
to you,
topics
Fred.
of the day. We're going
Shout
right
out to
into
you,
it.
Fred.
Shout out to everybody. Shout out to everybody in the chat. But let's get into it. First topic today, boys. The fire that's going on in Miami right now. It's an absolute dumpster fire. Inter Miami loses their 6 in a row this weekend to Houston Dynamo, away to a Houston Dynamo team who was one of the last place teams in terms of shots on goal, shots on target in the league. We lose a 1-0. I mean, what does that say about the team?
Well, to be fair, they were undefeated at home, and our boy Bruno the other day when he came on, he did mention that they hadn't scored against them.
Nobody scored at their crib, so
nobody scored at their crib, exactly.
And
so
we can't score, so perfect mix for Houston Dynamo.
It was a perfect mix.
Honestly, I mean, so what do you? I mean, what do you think? I know you watched the game. You were texting me the whole time. You know, you were actually telling me that it was one of their better games this year in terms of getting to the goal. You know, we saw that we had about 12 shots. I think there was like 6 on target, which is a little bit rare for this team that we've seen on the normal games. But we just can't finish.
No.
Are we shocked at this point? I told you guys.
So what do you think,
bro? Llegamos, and straight up the no.
So what do you think?
A lot more movement when Campana. I give him the benefit of the doubt because he's fresh off the injury boat, so tranquilo. But look what he did in one game. Fair enough, dale. Pero el otro,
you took him out.
15, 20
You took him out. And what did the team do without him? You took him out of the lineup. The team didn't produce anything either. So it's his fault. Is it his fault, really?
Nothing changes. He's on the field, so nothing. He gets out the field, nothing. So what do we do?
So is that his fault? Is that Joseph Martinez's fault?
Yes and no. It's not his fault, but Nico did mention there was a few lineup changes. We got to see Kamal Miller in action. We got to see Dixon Arroyo in action, which by the
way, Houston's goal, that was off atrocious defending from Negri and Miller.
Both absolutely. Miller was.
But we keep seeing the same thing. Negri getting beat por la espalda on his back.
Right. It's both. It's on both sides.
In front of him.
It's on both sides, bro. It's on both sides because
he doesn't get the help he needs.
On the first half, Yedlin was getting just burnt every single time. The first half, that left side for Houston was wide open. I don't know where Yedlin was. I was texting the chat. I was like, "Yo, where's Yedlin? Yedlin's playing, and that guy's wearing the captain's band. That guy is wearing the captain's band. Really? Nah.
I mean, to bring it to my point, I did say that the troubles for Inter Miami are not only offensively but also defensively. Ever since that Philadelphia win, week 2, Miami has conceded on every single match. So can they lock it down for one game? I don't think so.
Well, we haven't seen it. We haven't seen it in the last 6 games. But I want to get into a little something this week. There's gonna be a little. I don't want to call it Clasico. I know there was a little bit of back and forth, between some of us, who follow the team. Calling it a derby, a Clasico, whatever, man. Honestly, to me, it's just another match between two teams that at one plays in Fort Lauderdale, one plays in Miami.
How the heck are you going to be a derby if you only played against each other twice?
That's what
the Hialeah Classic. The Hialeah Classic, baby.
That's what I'm saying. How can you call yourself a Clasico? How can you call yourself a derby? And you've only played 2 games. Hold on. And I want to add. The last one you played, your so-called owner went to the other crosstown team, the Miami Heat's playoff game, instead of going to this big Clasico. Come on, bro. No, I'm not.
Can Can you blame him?
Shout
out Jimmy. Himmy. Shout out Himmy.
Bro,
Himmy Butler.
Look. This team, look. I started drinking.
This is football.
I started drinking water, and I'm going to drink bourbon, bro. But I don't know, bro.
But I'm gonna be out there at the Hialeah Classic.
Well, we're all gonna be out there. Nico's gonna be out there. Nico's gonna be out there with his son, with their team, their Strike Force team, with their Strike Force team, U8s. They're gonna be experiencing the team together. Socio Me will be out there. We're gonna go into that, and I'm gonna ask the chat. But we're gonna be out there with Socio, trying to talk to the fans, trying to talk to the 6 Miami FC fans that might be out there, and maybe the 2,000 Inter Miami fans that made it out there last year.
Going on in the chat.
Yeah, bro, I see some bets on there, bro. But,
okay.
So let's get into it.
I like it, G.
What do you think, Nico? What do you think is the outcome of this match tomorrow?
I honestly don't think there's much to say. It's the Lamar Hunt Open Cup, guys. There's not going to be much playing going on. I'm pretty sure that Inter Miami is going to throw in a very mixed lineup. You're probably going to see players like Kremashi play. Alvaro was mentioning right there in the chat. Maybe we should see Duke. Well, we can't see Duke because we traded him. Shocking, right?
We're gonna get into that. We're gonna get into that right after this.
So you're gonna see a mixed lineup, and I think Inter Miami is gonna come out with the score. They're gonna come out with the result, obviously, because they are on paper they should be the better team. They are the first division team, if you want to call it per se, and I do see them coming out on top, maybe on a 2-0 result.
I appreciate us. He says, well, hold on. Who's us? You can't say we, us. So 2-0 who?
Hialeah Classic. Us?
I said Inter Miami.
Okay, Inter Miami.
Us.
But
okay.
Hold on. So I want to, Socio or Bryant, you can't say us or we. Remember, we're independent here.
My bad.
Did I say that?
No, you didn't.
That's why he said Bryant.
No, I wanted to compliment. I wanted to compliment Nico.
You've been defensive all day today.
No. You know me, I'm a West Coast guy. That's why.
I know, but I was gonna compliment Nico. Nico gave a ravishing, like super analyst answer there. It was insane. I'm waiting for Socio's follow up there because it's gonna be completely opposite. Let's hear what you got, Socio.
For tomorrow?
Yeah, bro. I want to hear.
I'm going for my team.
Remember, we can't say my, bro. What team? Who do you have winning?
I'm going for Miami.
Miami got it, bro. So
Miami's gonna win.
Hold on.
Miami's gonna win.
I don't know, bro. I'm drinking the blue Kool-Aid this week, bro. I don't know.
Nah. Hey, no. On the real. 3-0 Inter Miami.
3-0 Inter Miami. All right. So we see.
Miami.
I saw in the comments. That.
But.
Yeah, we know.
Miami still though.
We know your feelings, bro. We know your feelings about that.
Okay.
But
I still want my boys to do good,
We saw. So we got associated with the 3-0.
I respect Miami FC, man. I respect them.
I respect them too, man. They don't get a lot of fans, but hey, they promote. They got
hardcore fans, man. If you're out there supporting Miami FC, you're a true fan. Let me tell you that.
Absolutely. Like I said, there's like 15, 20
Bro,
people.
Didn't we have people that played on there for a little bit?
Absolutely, I knew a couple people that played there. Yeah. So I'll give you my outcome. I think my outcome is going to be. I think it's going to be a 1-1, and it's going to go to penalties. And I think Inter Miami will prevail on penalties due to Duke Calendar or Drake Calendar.
Bueno, that bourbon's hitting.
Bourbon's hitting, bro. So due to Drake Calendar, Drake Calendar is going to carry them in the penalty shootout.
I think he's going to play tomorrow.
Oh, absolutely. If he doesn't, it's going to be rough. That's what I think. Even though Miami, Miami is coming off of one win out of the last eight games.
I didn't take that into consideration. Is Drake Calendar going to play tomorrow? Changes. Hold up. If he doesn't play, 1-0 Inter Miami.
Okay, that's fair enough. I mean, because he's the wall.
Let me get this straight.
Yeah, exactly.
Let me get this straight.
It took you a while. I was looking at your face.
You said Inter Miami 3-0.
With Drake Calendar. Without him, 1-0. 1-0. It took you a while. Your face was hilarious trying to figure that one out. Yes. Así de malo andamos.
Wow.
How bad we are.
Wow, bro. All right, so and I want that definitely welcome the comments like Armand is saying that he went to a Miami FC
that's
game
the
earlier
problem,
this season,
brother.
no supporters, and like we're saying, there's
Claro.
usually five or six of them. They did have supporters before Inter Miami, came into the fray here, into the local fray, and it just so happens, the bigger club just took the fans. So there are some of those who are part of La Familia now who used to go out there to
That's gonna be
FIU,
fire,
and I know them. But and they look, the game last year was actually pretty awesome. I remember the Miami FC fans had one small corner behind their goal, and they had a guy with a trombone, tamboriles,
they go out there.
and they were going in there, they were singing, bro. And Inter Miami went out there with with their 500 people.
Miami FC is gonna do like the World Cup. Pay people $20 to put on a Miami FC jersey and make noise.
It's gonna be a showdown. It's gonna be happy families out there. It's unfortunate that it's on a weekday, so a lot of families can't go with their kids, because it's school day.
But you know what I'm gonna say.
But I'm expecting to be a happy environment,
Nah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun.
Well, you mentioned it, Nico, and it's basically the title of this episode, and I wanna make sure that we highlight it. This is a showdown. This is a showdown not only between two teams in South Florida, Miami FC and Inter Miami, but this is also a showdown between the front office and Phil Neville and his boys, because they're coming off of a 6-game losing streak. What happens if Neville loses this game?
Nah.
What happens
next game? Nothing. Next game. Move
on. You think so? Because
no. I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I don't
think so, man. I don't think so. Nico, I want to know your point of view.
So safe.
I'd said it previously. I think that he's gonna be here until the Atlanta game, but if he loses this one, I think it's gonna be earlier than that. I think come back from Columbus, and if they don't win that one, I think he's gone. I think Phil Neville's gone. And as a matter of fact, there's been a lot of rumors going around lately over social media that they could possibly start looking at possible candidates. So if those things start coming around, if those type of rumors start spreading out, it's for a reason, guys. It's not because people are just throwing out names.
Well, there was a name. There was one candidate that was out there that we know. The rumors weren't true. That was the coach over from Chivas. Somebody had thrown that out there on social media, and we had heard that it was. Yeah, we had heard that it wasn't true. So
I have my candidate.
I know your candidate. I want you to give me your candidate, but I want Socio to give me his candidate first, because Socio's candidate is always a wild card, and I always want to hear the wild card first. So, who would your candidate be, Socio, if Neville were to be out, like you like to say?
Yo, hold up. Production. Who was my pick?
Who was your pick? Come on.
Jesus
Christ. El Tata, no?
El Tata Martino.
Was that your pick?
That was your pick?
No, I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't have a pick. I wasn't ready for this segment.
Oh, you weren't ready. All right, so we'll skip you. So you were not ready. So you don't care about the coach.
At least he's honest.
I don't care. I just want Neville out. That's what I'm saying.
What do you want? You want to bring Frank
Lampard? There's no legit candidate. That's why I'm telling you that he's safe. He's safe. This team is not looking for anybody.
And you don't think
that's what I'm saying? I don't have. And the one name that got thrown out was quickly brought down that it was fake news. That's why, honestly, I didn't do my research. Apologize to everybody out there watching.
No, you don't have to apologize, bro.
But
everybody knows you don't do the research. It's all good.
And that too. But also, this is stupid because the guy's safe. So there was really no point in me giving out an opinion. I don't know where I saw it. I thought it was in our chat. I could have lied. I could have saw someone. Was it on our chat? I could have sworn I saw it on Twitter too, and I was like,
bro,
wait.
This guy's coming out with spoilers. This guy coming out with spoilers.
Spoilers. It's behind the scenes, guys.
Spoiler alert.
And giving a little juicier details to my Spotify peeps, I got to indulge the ear. I got to give a good story.
That's right. You indulge the
here
ear
for you.
because
Shout
you
out to
definitely
you,
don't
Spider.
indulge the face, bro. You don't indulge the face, so you got to indulge the ear.
Wait,
bro.
Who's coaching Inter
¿Cómo que
Miami
indulge
too, by
the
the way?
face? Yo, hold up.
coaching
Inter
Inter
Miami
Miami
2
too?
is Federico Higuaín is coaching Inter Miami 2.
Sí.
And Phil Neville's assistant,
No, but
his number one
as an
assistant,
interim, nah.
Javier
his
Morales.
number, hold on. No, his number one assistant is, I believe, is it not Clint Mathis? Yeah, I believe Jason Kreis. Jason Kreis is
and
Phil
Javier
Neville.
Morales. And
Right,
also
so
Javier Morales,
those could
former
be-
Real
those-
Salt Lake player.
Yeah, those could be two possible candidates to take over as interim coaches
Immediately. Correct.
Right,
So,
right.
Basil,
If
That
Neville
will
were to
be,
be out.
that will be the safest choice for you to withhold and maybe play a few games.
Absolutely. But as Socio spoiled that Nico was about to mention, and then I want you to go on and explain why he's your candidate. Tata Martino is out there. Tata Martino is a fantastic candidate. Nico, why is he a fantastic candidate?
Tata
I
Martino's
don't know
not
about
only a fantastic
fantastic.
candidate because of his resume. We can go ahead and say, oh, Tata Martino failed in Barcelona or he failed in Mexico, but he was there. His resume took him there.
That's your argument? He was there.
And he also, hold on, he
was
also
there.
he was also here.
He coached New Old Boys, won with them.
He was
in
there.
Argentina. He went to a Copa America final. Unfortunately, we lost that one in 2016. Then he went to Barcelona
with a stacked team.
With a stacked team. Okay, results weren't there.
And he has that guy, that guy's name, that jersey back there. What does it say?
That jersey back there, yeah. He had that guy.
Tata, bro.
And then he came to Atlanta. And what do you do in Atlanta?
That one I'll get. Okay, that one I'll get.
Immediately, he turned a franchise into a winning franchise.
Sí, but
yes, you can argue that he had a lot of pieces that came together and they were able to
already assembled, basically.
Like Miguel Almirón.
Pero no, I'll give him a little. I'll give him that. No,
he knows the MLS. He knows the MLS. You're not bringing a coach from overseas or a coach from South America that doesn't know the league.
Out. They need to know.
He actually knows the league. And I've heard from people close to him that he's actually willing to come back to the MLS. About 2 weeks ago, he was offered the Boca Juniors job in Argentina,
and he turned it down. Correct.
So let's see.
It's definitely a possibility. So I want to turn the page a little bit. I still want to keep it on the Inter Miami topic, but I want to turn the page a little bit into
who's your candidate?
My candidate would be Tata Martino. That would be my candidate. I think he makes the most sense in terms of the coach in Miami. He relates to Miami, the city. As an Argentinian, there's a big Argentinian fan base or a big South American, fan base down here. I think he would relate a lot to the local media, to the local fan base, to a lot of the players that we already have on the team. And I think he would learn a lot from Spo, man. Let me tell you. But Tata Martino would be my favorite right now to take over the team, if we had to make a choice. But like I said, I want to pivot. I want to stay on Inter Miami. I want to pivot into the front office a little bit because there's something that I mentioned to Nico earlier today regarding, Chris Henderson and Nico and me have always gone back and forth. Socio, like I said, doesn't do his research, so he's not probably going to participate.
I just for my Spotify people, I just hit a yawn.
Exactly. So, I'm going to put up a little kind of diagram up here of the players who Henderson has signed or acquired while he has been in Miami. And he has signed and acquired a lot of them. 22 of those are no longer here. I want to name some of those names. Some of them are, Ariel Lassiter, Bryce Duke. Some names are not going to be familiar, like Ventura Alvarado, who was here last year, who probably nobody knows who he is.
Yeah,
sorry,
he was coming from the Mexican.
Indiana
Actually, he was coming from the Galaxy.
That's correct. You have guys on here, LGP, who went back to River Plate. All these guys have been brought in during the Henderson. And I'm bringing this up because, we had another trade, I believe it was yesterday, where we traded Mabika for 100,000 in GAM. Great. Everybody talks about GAM, but that's wonderful. All these trades that we're doing are wonderful because we're getting money, we're getting all this stuff. That's great, Socio. That's wonderful. But all that shows to me.
Look at Sam Guediri and Mo Adams. They went to Socios teams.
No, I know, but my point that I'm trying to make here is all these trades might be great, but I don't understand. Like, is he admitting that he's failing by trading all these players that he's bringing in? Is that it? Like, are we admitting that we failed on 22 of these players that we brought in?
No. I think it's part of the league, man. If you look at it, and you probably brought this up, you did your homework about with Inter Miami. But if you go again and check other teams in the league, they probably have just about the same amount of players being traded back and forth, man. It's just how the league functions.
Right. I mean, the other thing that I do want to mention,
right.
Well, because the other thing I do want to mention is most of the players who are on that list have gone on to play, very, very well on their next team. And so
I don't know about that, man. I don't know.
Is that an issue? What do you mean you don't know about that?
You name 22 guys. You have 22 guys out there. I can only name you 2 or 3 that have gone and played well in their teams.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I can probably name a few more.
Besides, Bryce Duke just played his first game and he did okay. He hasn't played great. Okay, right. So we'll see about that one. But other than that, look at the list. Okay, you said LGP maybe. Vasilev, okay. But what is Emerson Rodriguez doing? Or what is Christian Macun doing?
Well, he's actually been playing really good for the New England Revolution this year. Yeah, he has.
He's been playing.
Yeah, he has. He's actually been playing very good for their back line. So, to be fair, I think there's 4 or 5 within this list of 22 that have retired. One of them is actually the coach of our MLS Next Pro. I put him on there, as part of my list. But it is kind of Federico Higuain. It makes you kind of curious that all these players have gone through the team and through the Neville system and have either not fit or right, and it just shows. So. Again, just something that I wanted to point out, for all Miami fans out there.
I want to bring something back onto the table because I find it very, very interesting. Socio says that, Neville's safe, and we argue that he's not. We argue that, it might be the last straw of it. Maybe not this game against Miami FC, but I want to read to you guys the following 5 games that Inter Miami has. They go visit Columbus Crew. That's a loss. They come back home against Atlanta United. That's a loss.
How many is Thiago gonna score? Don't forget, we owe Juanjo Purata some tacos.
Yeah.
We have to take him some tacos to the stadium.
Yeah. They play at home against New England Revolution. That should be a loss. Their first place in the league. Then they go on. They travel to play against Nashville. Nashville is also playing great. Could be a loss. And the last one will be the Clasico, the real classic, Inter Miami against Orlando City. We're
gonna whoop that ass.
Those are the 5 upcoming games for Inter Miami. I think Phil Neville's out, guys. I'm sorry to say it, but I think that's.
I see a dub in that 5th game.
Look, I was in the press conference, over the weekend after the loss, and he took full responsibility. He was very adamant that it's his responsibility to make sure that the guys start playing. He says that he's going to go back out there, he's going to try again, and he's going to come back out, and they're not going to give up. And
but you see,
they should not give up on them. That's that's what I'm waiting for.
I almost feel like the actual team, like the guys within the group, I don't want to say don't believe in him anymore. But I do feel that there's that disconnection, and it happens a lot in teams, Like, for example, Tottenham recently with Antonio Conte. Antonio Conte took over the team, and you can say that they were actually playing well, but then afterwards they immediately collapsed. So it happens. There's little frictions here and there within rosters that can create that.
That also happened with Antonio Conte at Chelsea. That also happened with Antonio Conte at Inter Milan.
He's a very conflicted guy, but he wins.
Right. Absolutely. And you're right. You're absolutely right. And I am more on your side on this thought, Nico. I think if he loses a few more, especially if he loses the Miami FC game and then loses a few more, I think the front office just can't continue to put him out there. We've been in the stands during the game, talking with the fans, listening to what they have to say. They don't have nice things to say. They're bitching at him in Spanish. They're saying, what everybody has been saying we should say for the last 2 years. They're finally starting to say. So it's either turn it around or or like Socio says, Neville out.
Never
All
left.
right, let's move on to the
I see a
Premier
lot of
League.
people. I see a lot of people asking to bring Lucci home. Lucci's doing great in San Jose, guys. He's not going to leave San Jose to come over here to this mess.
No, but it would be a dream. It would be a dream to
Lucci,
have
leave
Lucci
that
home.
I don't think
leave
so.
that comfort and come over here, though. Get out of your comfort zone.
I
Only
think,
way
I
you
think
grow.
As a Miami native, you actually, when you're in the industry, you actually want to get out. You want to get out. Well, in the environment, in organizations and all that. As a Miami native, you want to get out. You want to get out not only because how the team is right now, number one, and number two, because it disconnects you from all the things that could actually be against you. In Miami is a city that has a lot of attractions, dude. So
absolutely.
Well, my boy G said he's safe. He's BFS with Beckham.
Well,
chilling.
I wouldn't say he's safe.
I don't know.
Yeah,
like I said, does Beckham have what it takes to sack his buddy Neville? If they
Beckham doesn't have the guts.
Beckham doesn't have to sack him. It's Jorge Mas that will have to sack him.
Mas has no guts.
Well, we're about to find out. So, all right, I want to pivot.
Mas has the guts.
Oh,
is that like a Miami Heat hashtag?
I know Solana has the guts. That's all I know.
Has the guts.
So
someone
anyway,
out of the three of us here doesn't have guts.
I know,
bro.
We'll keep it moving. We'll keep it moving.
Sunday, he's out, Alvaro. If he loses tomorrow, if Neville loses tomorrow,
no, he's not going to lose tomorrow, and that's going to help, and it'll cushion the blow for the next 2 losses. We'll get a tie then, and then we'll get another little spanking, and then we're going to go to Orlando, murk them, and he's going to be chilling.
This is a great topic, guys, because the chat is blowing up on this.
We can make the playoffs. We can make the playoffs until faltando 12, 13 games.
This seems not making playoffs.
We always say that, and we managed to get in there, bro. We're gonna get in there.
We don't have Gonzalo Higuain. We don't have Gonzalo Higuain anymore.
Tranqui, bro. We're gonna make
everybody hated him last year. Everybody hated El Gordo last year. Everybody blamed.
We knew the type of caliber.
Yeah, but we hated him because he wasn't producing what he produced at the end. Had he been doing that all the time, all right, dog.
Bueno,
like corn on the cob.
He turned on the Jets last 15 games.
But he didn't want to.
All right, so I wanna end the Inter Miami talk. We might bring it back a little bit later, but I want to get into a big topic, something that has Socio sweating. It's had Socio sweating for 3 days now. Nico doesn't really have a lot into the game.
Has zero skin.
No skin, but Nico has a lot to talk about. Nico has a lot to talk about.
So not only do I have a lot to talk about that game, but also on the record, I did say that team was going to win a treble.
He did. So I'm gonna put a graphic up on the screen, and then
I'm making I'll
put it up there. So basically, I've got the
the clash.
We're gonna
top
go
of the league. Top of the league.
Tomorrow's clash between City and Arsenal.
This is the last week Socio's going to be able to say that, by the way.
So,
Nico, how many weeks did your team say that?
Hey, man,
I'll wait.
How long has it been since you guys won the league?
I'll wait. 25 points behind.
25 years since you last won the league.
Hey,
19,
it took Socio
25 points behind.
It took Socio his little book. It took Socio his little book to add. I
got notes for this one. I got notes. This segment's all me. Who else is out here talking? Alvarito, you got no skin in the game. You're 30 points behind me. Let me go down this list right quick. Hold up. Nico, I'll get to you right now. Who else is talking shit here?
Okay, but let me know.
Well, hold on.
In your words, Socio.
Tell me.
How is Arsenal going to win tomorrow's game? I want to hear
by scoring more goals. By scoring more goals.
How is Arsenal going to score more goals?
Who's over here talking shit?
Yeah, we want to hear some analysis from our
bro.
From our
Martinelli and Saka have proven time and again. The bigger the game, the bigger the huevos. And this game tomorrow, bro, it's do or die. It's do or die. We're not playing Southampton. We're not playing Liverpool. We're not playing Chelsea. We're not playing Tottenham. Sir, I'm talking right now. You talk later. We're not playing Liverpool, 25 points behind. We're not playing Chelsea, 30-something points behind. They're closer to relegation than they are to the top 4. Uncle Todd, shout out to you. But seriously, Martinelli, balling. Saka on the other side. We're gonna high press the shit out of them. My only concern is Arteta's too faithful and too loyal. And if he starts holding, that's where, all right, I start feeling like Bambi on ice. What I would do,
you feel like Bambi on ice every day, bro.
You are on Bambi on ice. You are Bambi on ice right now.
Win, lose, draw tomorrow. I'm still top of the league. But back to what I was saying, I would put Tierney on the left, tuck in Benny Blanco, and pair him up with Gabriel. Secure that back line, bro. You have to. You have to. And the rest, keep everybody how as we've been playing. And I think Gabriel Jesus tomorrow is going to come inspired. He's going to be dancing salsa.
I don't know, bro. I think El Fantasma
de Haaland. Wait.
El Fantasma
de Haaland. And everybody that's out there, I haven't been reading the chat. My bad. I'm going to see you at Fritz. You want to see me? Come see me. I'll be at Fritz.
He'll be wearing a TIF shirt. He'll be wearing a TIF shirt.
Nah, hell no. I'll be wearing an Arsenal jersey.
I'm going to tell you. I'm going to give you just one
I'm not
word.
done. You're 25 points behind me. I'm interrupting.
As in why Man City's gonna win tomorrow. Just one word, and this
guy's a Wrexham and a City fan this year. He bought a Haaland jersey so his son could have it, but it's a size large for men.
What does that have to do? What does that have to do with what I'm about to say?
It's a size large for men in Haaland, but he said he got it for his son.
Is that part of your
argument?
Is that part of your argument?
He's a
liar.
big boy.
This guy's been a Liverpool fan all his life. The first year his team sucks. Jumped ship and became a City fan. Became a Wrexham fan.
And how is that relevant to tomorrow's game?
Everybody in here.
How is that relevant to tomorrow's game?
Take away credibility from you. Also, he's anti-Heat. He said they suck, that they were going to lose yesterday. You should have seen him in the chat.
Okay.
Keep going. The floor is yours.
This is football.
One word. And
zero credibility.
You know you're going to agree with me on this one. One word.
Tell me.
Saliba.
What about him? I know, but I just gave you what I think we should do.
And that's one of the reasons I want to.
Oh my God, Nostradamus!
Absolutely collapsing.
No, that's it. Well, yeah,
I
told you that.
Man City's gonna spank.
You act like you're saying something that you just discovered. I've been putting that in the chat. I sent you the graphic,
but you haven't said it. We gave you the floor to give. We gave you the floor to give an argument.
Why am I going to talk about somebody who hasn't played in 5 games? Why am I going to talk about someone?
Because you guys have tied 3 games in a row due to that fact.
But why would my tactic involve somebody that isn't playing? That's stupid. Why am I going to bring them? That's like me bringing up why'd you sell Mane. That's like me bringing up why'd you sell Mane. And that's why your team sucks now. And you're 25 points behind me.
Yeah, because
and you became a Wrexham FC fan and a City fan. But you want to talk down on me. And you want to bring up Saliba.
Terrible.
He hasn't played in 5 games. Dude. He has nothing to do with the tactics.
Hey, I have
2-1 Arsenal. 2-1 Arsenal. 2-1 Arsenal.
I have no skin in the game, but El Fantasma is gonna put a couple taps tomorrow.
Hey, another one. Please take his credibility away. Haaland's a bum. Haaland's a bum, but the first chance he can ride that Norwegian Express, míralo. He's gonna score. Some fantasma vos también, Solana. I have no skin.
Hey, I have a
Your
question.
Skin's on Haaland. Para. Hey,
I have a question. A serious question.
Solana, go like this.
I have a serious question.
Tell me.
He gets really aggressive.
If you lose tomorrow,
he's nervous.
I love this.
He's nervous.
No, I'm not, bro.
If you lose tomorrow,
what happens?
Is it a complete meltdown?
No, not at all. Because I said it from the beginning, and it's on the WhatsApp messages. That's why he's laughing. We're overachieving this year. Nobody had us.
But when you're close to winning a title, 7 points away from second place, how can you not say you're a meltdown?
Hey, throw that graphic up right quick. Throw production team, throw my graphic up right quick. This is why we have the youngest team in the Premier League. It's low, it's low, bad quality. But it says the Arsenal way. With enough hunger, determination, and hard work, you can earn your way to first place. The Man City way.
20 years.
The Arsenal way, Papa.
Still haven't won a Premier League.
Sir,
are you gonna read the Man City way, or you're only gonna read one way?
Keep going. No, I was going to. But the guy that's 25 points behind me is talking. Can you guys hear him? I can't. I'm way too high up. Literally and figuratively. The man. Yo, I was gonna read the Man City way. Read the Man City way.
Read the Man City way. Go.
The Man City way. With enough assets, resources, and money, you can buy your way to first place.
Hey, bueno, Papa. Hey,
we are the most beautiful story
modern football, sir.
Right now.
Modern football,
we
sir.
are the most beautiful story in football right now.
No,
we have the youngest squad. We have the youngest squad. That's true. I'll give you that. You're
Wrexham
right.
is the best thing.
And then comes the mighty Arsenal. Everybody wants to talk about it.
Mighty Arsenal.
Arsenal.
The mighty
We're
Arsenal.
back, baby. We're
Nico.
back.
Danny, zero
All right, wait, hold on.
international trophies.
Let me go.
Zero.
Nico, ¿cuántas veces le tiró esta Arteta en los últimos 3 años?
Oh, hell yeah. Always.
count.
The first 2.5
Arteta out,
years.
Arteta out.
Arteta out.
Next segment.
Yeah.
And then this year, I said it at the beginning, I'm going to give him this year. I'm going to give Martin a chance too. And if they prove me wrong, at the end of the year, I'll apologize publicly. And so far,
segment.
they need my words.
All
Next
right,
segment.
man.
Let's talk about
4-1.
I
4-1 tomorrow.
I look
4-1.
forward. I look
2-1
forward
Arsenal.
to I look forward to
2-1
a public apology
2-1
if that
Arsenal.
happens. All right. I look
2-1
forward to a
Arsenal.
public apology. All right. So
2-1
moving on
Arsenal.
to the next segment. All right. So that was a little heated segment. I like that, bro. We got to talk a little bit more Premier League.
He got so nervous that he left. He got so nervous that he left.
He's up.
Yeah,
Moving on to the next segment. I want to talk about fan bases, man, because Inter Miami talks about we have a great fan base.
The beautiful
St.
story.
Louis.
Beautiful story is Serie A this year with 4 teams in European competition.
You also have a team
We're
over
gonna
there
get there. We're gonna get there. But I do want to get into the Serie A, and I'm gonna get into it right now. But I want to talk about fan bases. Inter Miami talks about their fan base. St. Louis talks about their fan base. Let's look at a real fan base. All right. So I'm gonna put up a video of the Napoli fans, basically all on their motorcycles, chasing after the Napoli bus after they beat Juventus this past weekend.
Those are real fans.
Look at this.
Passionate fans.
Look at this.
Look at that.
Look at this, man. Where's the play button there? Of course, when I go to put it, it doesn't work. Great,
yeah,
bro.
guys.
Great
it
production.
was working perfectly right before the episode, and now it's not.
Solana Productions. Well, people get the picture.
Spotify.
Nah,
Let me
bro,
paint you a picture. It
I'm
was
heated, bro.
over 50 scooters with blue lights, yelling.
I'm pretty sure everyone saw the
It was
video.
good. Yeah,
it
it went viral. It went viral. Oh, we're gonna try
There
again.
it is.
Oh, there it is.
There it is, bro. There it is. There it is. We got it, production.
Hey, we got it.
Guarda con gli altri, guarda con gli altri.
Look at that. Look at that, guys. I mean, look at all those motos going after him.
I mean, to be able to win, to be able to be so close.
Now, that brings me to
be
my
able
next
to win,
question.
be so close to a Scudetto after.
Do they win it
over 30
on Saturday?
years.
Yeah.
Well, they don't win on a Saturday, by the way. They have to wait for Sunday because Lazio plays against Inter Milan. So they have to win that game.
They're good.
No, they gotta win. They gotta win
Oh.
and wait that Lazio doesn't win. If Lazio doesn't win on Sunday, then they win the league.
Oh.
Which is gonna happen. If it doesn't happen this weekend, it's gonna happen over the week because they play on the week again. So
yeah.
Now, I want to bring you guys back to something we've talked about on prior episodes. Is it a little coincidence that Argentina won, ahora Napoli va a ganar, el Scudetto, Maradona? I don't know, bro. It's just a little weird. It's all a little weird.
What do you mean?
I don't know, bro. 2023 has just been a really weird year, bro.
it has something to do with that. I don't think it has anything to do with that.
I don't know, bro. A little mystique or a little mística de Maradona. You don't think so?
Probably does. Sprinkled ahí.
Could be a little bit of luck,
You
I
know?
guess, but a tournament is played over 38 games, so you
Sí,
don't really
por eso.
in a World Cup maybe you can get a little bit of luck,
Illuminati, dice el otro muerto.
but in a league with 38 games, yeah, you can have a little bit of luck here and there, but you got to do your homework over those games.
Well, I mean,
and Napoli has done it.
Absolutely, and I gotta mention, my daily Uruguayan comment. Shout out to Matias Oliveira. I know he's out there following. This is football. Awesome left back for Napoli, and it just so happens, he played for Getafe last year, moves over this year, and they're gonna win the cup. What can I say? It just happens like that. We just win cups, bro.
La mística, la
Hey,
mística. You guys are on 10 stars now.
Chubby
we got
Lozano's
the
out there
jersey.
too.
10 stars on the
Another
jersey.
out there too.
Another
10 stars
star
on
for
the
sure.
jersey.
Yeah, another star. Absolutely.
And especially because it's sky blue as well. It fits.
course.
It fits perfect. Napoli
Absolutely.
sky blue.
Of course, but you know it. So
That's
All
a
right,
great
move-
story, by the way. That's a fantastic story. Napoli winning the league. Who cares about Arsenal, dude?
Everybody. That's why we're talking about him.
That's because you're Italian, bro, or you say you're Italian.
Yeah, no,
Sometimes
he's
you're
Italian. He's
Argentinian,
Italian.
sometimes you're
No,
Italian. But it's okay because sometimes Socio's you know from the US, sometimes he's Colombian,
I'm
sometimes he's
American,
Honduran,
Colombian,
Talking
sometimes
Honduran,
about the
and
he's
US.
Saudi Arabia.
Talking
Yeah,
about the
that's crazy.
U.S., we got a new
4
sporting
nations.
director.
I know that we're coming into that. So that was the next.
Southampton.
That was the next topic. So I do want to I do want to talk about a little bit about Matt Crocker. Matt Crocker was
Hello, Malbaro.
Matt Crocker was was signed to be the U.S. Soccer sporting director, and he had his press conference earlier today. Was it today, Nico? Or yesterday?
Yeah, today.
Today. So
Early morning.
in the morning. I couldn't get the footage for you guys, but I'll see if I can cut up something for the channel and put something for you guys for this weekend. But it was an interesting interview that he talked about. He was there for over an hour talking, and he was very very clear and concise in the type of coach he wanted. He definitely said he wanted to play a nice brand of soccer. But I'm curious, man. How do you guys feel about this guy? He's coming from a team in the EPL. I know he's an outsider.
Okay, so I did a little homework.
Okay.
I did a little homework on this guy. He's technically not an outsider. When he first started his career, he actually was here overseeing the youth development in teams. So he knows more or less about how the U.S. is. Number one.
So hold on. He's not as outsider as everybody has said he is.
Correct.
Thank you for that.
Right. That number one. Number two. He had 2 spells at Southampton. He had a spell between 2010 and 2013, where he developed players like Gareth Bale. He developed players like James Ward-Prowse and Luke Shaw. So those are big names, Those are players that you can say. What's going on?
Yeah, el Álvaro, un hijo de puta, gordo. ¿Y qué querés? No, it's a podcast, bro. That's a fucking study session. ¿Qué querés? No? I was chilling, muted, and they come and bully me, no? Hey. I was chilling. The guy was giving a good discourse. Look what you do, bro. You throw the show out of line.
And so I just want our Spotify, listeners to know, one of our followers has tried, Bryant Socio. He basically says Socio hasn't done homework since the 4th grade, and I'm not gonna lie, we can't stop laughing because it's the truth.
He's not lying.
It's the truth.
Nah. Why'd you throw GED out there?
Bro.
Damn.
It's been confirmed, bro. I talked to Socio's pops, bro. He confirmed, bro. He confirmed.
GED pusieron, damn.
You got a GED?
Hijo de puta. Nah, bro. I was born here. I went to regular school.
So getting back to Matt Crocker, Nico.
Getting back to Matt Crocker.
Yeah, man.
So getting back to Matt Crocker, after he had the first spell in Southampton, he went on and he took over the head of youth development in the English national team, where he developed players like Jadon Sancho, Phil Foden, and Socio's favorite, ESR. So the guy has experience. The guy has experience, in developing that young core of players that would actually, take it to the next level for the U.S., which is what we actually need. We have this generation that is so-called, the golden generation, but you want to know what comes after, and what comes after has to be greater than that.
Now, do you think now that we hired a quote unquote outsider, because he's not an American, he's English.
He's from Wales, by the way.
Well, sorry, he's Then he's from Great Britain.
UK.
Say he's from Great Britain. We hired this man from Wales. Do you think he's going to be more inclined to bring an outsider as a coach? An international coach?
Not necessarily, because he doesn't make the decision himself.
Correct.
There's going to be a board where they make the decision. But I do feel that there's a high possibility that it's going to come from overseas and primarily from Europe. So we'll see. He did mention that they're going to start looking into that. However, I believe that he said that he wanted to focus on the Women's World Cup that is coming up now.
Yeah, he did mention that.
So he's gonna be focused on that, and then afterwards he's gonna look into bringing a new coach. So more or less, we can already say that Anthony Hudson is gonna be the coach for the Gold Cup.
Most likely, he did talk about him and his relationship with Anthony Hudson. That he did get a chance to talk to him, and it was positive. What I did like about the press conference that I heard about him is he seems to be excited about the job. He seems to be motivated, and that's something that you want to see out of a sporting director. So, somebody who's really excited, motivated, and he said, I see the U.S. And I see U.S. soccer, and I think that soccer could be the number one sport in the U.S. And you want to hear that from your sporting director. Yeah. So I'm excited about him, even though some might say, "Hey, he comes from Southampton and it's a mid club." Yeah, there might be a mid club, going up and down. It is what it is. But like you said, the guy has a proven track record in developing young talent. The U.S. has very good young talent. Arguably, some of the best young talent in the world if it's coached correctly. We have the facilities. So, it is what it is. To me, it sounds like a great hiring. And now we just have to wait and see what, who they hire as a coach.
Yeah. Talking about, and I know we're going to be, changing gears, but talking about young talent and youth development and all that, next week we're going to be having a special show prior to all the youth programs getting their tryouts. So we want all parents, to be on the lookout for that.
Absolutely, and we will definitely be promoting that throughout the week. We know that the tryouts are coming for the young ones upcoming now, and we'll definitely. I think we're going to have a couple coaches and some parents on to talk about some of the processes and stuff.
Socio has to do his homework for that show.
Yeah. It's going to be tough, bro, since he hasn't done it since 4th grade, bro. It's been 30 years.
Calladito, me veo más bonito. I was about to. Next week's episode canceled.
Hey, no, bro. Hey, ponete. Hey, just put some more of those creams that my wife gave you, and bro, you're gonna be.
Bro, I know y'all see me looking flawless.
You're looking good, bro.
I know y'all see me looking good on this stage.
Socio's looking good because he's sponsored by my wife, bro. I'm just saying, my wife sponsors him, bro.
Shout out Drunken Elephant, Malaria. Shout out to you, mama. You're the best. Look at that, dog.
So, all right, I want to pivot really quickly to. I was gonna save this for the end of the show, but I can't keep my mouth closed any longer. We have we've been saying we have a surprise. We do have a very, very big,
early. You really can't throw it out there.
Yeah, bro, we're early, bro, but it's a huge surprise. It's something big. It's something I'm excited. I
got you, G.
We've been very, very, very adamant on this podcast that we want to be very different, and different doesn't necessarily mean talking about the local team differently or talking about the local league differently. Different means covering the sport differently, going to different events. And I'm very proud to say that This is Football in 2023 for the first time ever is going to be attending the Champions League final in Istanbul. So, guys, I mean, I'm excited. I'm gonna be personally gonna be going out there. Nico's gonna be going out there as well. We're trying to see if we can get Socio on one of his planes that one of the cargo planes, if he can sneak on there and get over there. We're working on getting it out there. It's very possible, bro. Yeah, we're working on it. So, he's talking to his people there to see if we can get it out there, because the three of us out there, could be a little bit of trouble. But Nico, I can tell you, man,
U.S. citizens or something you don't know. U.S. citizen.
So, I mean,
you could be a citizen and not have a passport.
Absolutely. So,
U.S. citizen.
Guys, I mean, this is huge. TIF, I mean,
we're
25 episodes in. We're 25 episodes into this thing. We have a few, down there.
A few Inter Miami games in.
A few Inter Miami games in, and really, we've been working hard at this to do something different, to provide some different content.
That message right there is the most important message.
Shout out to you, boo.
To provide some different content for the people who follow us. And so we're proud to say that we're going to be out there. We're going to be doing some vlogs. We're going to be doing, some special interviews with some former, pros. I don't want to name some names, but as we get closer and as we confirm, No, but as we get closer and as we confirm some of those names, we'll definitely get them out there because it's important for you guys to know because we want you to be aware of what's going on, and we might even get some lives out there. So it's important to be out there, and we love the support from from all of our followers, and we'll be happy to be out there and
the most important part is that we're gonna have fun. We're going to have fun, and everyone's going to be able to see how Turkey is, how a Champions League final sets place. Because you got to remember as well that a Champions League final or a major event like this one in this case, it's not just those 2 hours of the game. It takes a lot of things prior to it. It takes a whole week, maybe even more sometimes, So all that preparation, all that different activities around the event is what we're actually going to show everyone, So it's going to be a great opportunity for people to see that, and experience that, not only through us, but also through our platforms.
Absolutely. So
we do this for you guys. We make these sacrifices for you guys.
We do.
We hate to go to a Champions League final, but we do it for you guys.
No, we don't. We don't hate it, but at the end of the day, Socio, it is true.
It's not for you guys either. It's for us. But y'all get lucky and get content for it. I ain't gonna lie to y'all.
No sea malo, bro.
Honestly, if I could go, it's not for these people. It's going for me.
Nah,
and then y'all can get some pictures.
But
that's why I'm not going.
At least you're honest, bro. Istan Socio. Yeah.
Hey.
Ahí,
oh, yeah.
Hashtag Istan Socio.
No, before we're gonna be like, I stand Socio. No.
All right,
so a better one, G.
So moving into the last piece of the show, we have a very, very, very big game upon us. 2 games upon us. We have a rematch of the MLS Cup coming on us for the CONCACAF Champions League semifinals. We have a Philadelphia Union versus LAFC rematch. This is huge, man. This is absolutely huge.
It's a huge game. It's a huge game.
The first leg is on Thursday. The next leg will be, the following week.
No, the first leg is tomorrow.
Tomorrow, 26.
Sorry, bro, you're right. I keep thinking that tomorrow is for some reason. So wait, I gotta watch the Inter Miami game tomorrow, bro. I'm not gonna watch.
What time is this game at?
10 p.m.
Oh, so we'll be able to watch it. Perfect.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'll have one eye open. Shout out to my boys out at LAFC.
Yeah, bro.
I'll try to watch it. I'm gonna have like one eye open by that time.
Shout out to the voices of Black and Gold, Eric and Nick out there, always supporting us, and my favorite Uruguayan supporting us out there.
Shout out to Tatis Castellano, dude. That's who I got to shout out today. 4 goals, former MLS player. He scored 4. He put up 4 against Real Madrid. That's who I shout out.
Hey, where was he formed?
Excuse me?
Where was he formed?
Inter Miami.
¿Dónde lo formaron? ¿Dónde fue formado?
You can't say he was formed in Torque because he was not formed in Torque.
No, he wasn't. But I'm just asking, where was he formed?
No. I just want to bring it out to you.
On the mean streets of Rosario.
There you go, bro.
He's from Mendoza. By the way.
Oh,
there you
Mendoza.
go, bro.
My bad. I was 3 blocks away. Oh,
yeah, South American.
So there you go, bro. So big game coming up this week. Just wanted to shout it out there. Supporting the West Coast team, Voices of Black and Gold and LAFC. We got to support the West Coast team because of our West Coast boy Nico over here. And
we got to support LA.
We got to support the LA team.
And I just can't wait. Can we fast forward to the final? Because I feel like if we get the LAFC versus Tigres final, it might be the best CONCACAF Champions League final we ever witnessed.
Absolutely. And hold on, because there was one very good final that Toronto was a part of. I think it was a few years ago. Toronto was a part of
Tigres.
Tigres. And they lost in the final. But it was a fantastic final too.
But it was an old it was an old Toronto team,
Correct.
Valley was in the last stage of his career. He's still playing, but I don't know how.
Yeah, this LAFC team is a lot better than that Toronto FC team. And this Tigres team is not as good as that Tigres team was back then. It's a much older Gignac. It's a different player. You have a different coach. So now you have a Tuca Ferretti. It's not
Tuca Ferretti's no longer there.
It wasn't Tuca Ferretti. Now you have the other guy. So
yeah, no, they have an interim coach right now. So
they have it right.
Well,
so
no, they just signed Siboldi, by the way.
Okay.
Uruguayo.
Okay. So
you should know that, dude. You should know that.
I do. He was a coach arquero para Uruguay, pero bueno, creo que era de Peñarol, así que por eso no me cae bien, pero whatever, it is what it is. Anyways, bro, I don't know, bro. I don't really have much else to talk about.
So
I don't know.
on CONCACAF Champions League.
So never has anything to talk
No,
about.
but I just go
CONCACAF
for
Champions
LAFC for my boy Nick. That's it. Because of Nick,
Okay.
I'm a
Fair
I'm an
enough.
LAFC fan. That's
Fair
it.
enough. Fair enough.
And yeah, I don't care
Is
about the
Tiff,
rest.
is Tiff going to go out there anytime soon? LAFC?
So-
maybe?
So
That trip I could make.
So
That
that
trip I can make.
so we
I
are in
can make some
talks.
sacrifices.
We are in talks. There's a couple trips that TIF is in talks of making. We're trying to work it out with our counterparts. LA is one of them for the LAFC game. That's on Labor Day weekend. So we're trying to make
Shout out to you, John.
we're
Good
trying to make it out there. We're trying to make it out there.
Figure it
And
out.
the other game we're trying to make it out is we're trying to make it out to our good old friends over at the River City Ramble and the St. Louis game, which is in July. So those are the two games.
Yes.
Those are the two games that This Is Football wants to make it out to this year as far as the away games for Inter Miami. If we're able to make it to any more, we will. But those are the two that we have on our calendar. If there's ever any games that our followers want us to go to or something, definitely let us know, because we'll make the effort. Again, like Socio said, we do it for us, but we do it for you too. You get something out of it. So that is the truth. But it is what it is. We do it for us. You get something out of it.
He's catching flies.
What's this guy doing, bro? What's up, bro? You watching the Karate Kid? What's up, bro?
I'm waving in my med guy.
Bring him in, bro. Bring him in. Tell him to say hi. Tell him to say bring him in.
No. Exclusive.
Yeah, all right, bro. That's not for Spotify. It's over YouTube. Got it. All right, man. Well, for Nico, for Socio,
Scorelines tomorrow. Predictions. We got a few games tomorrow. I say.
Oh, all right. Go for
Inter
it.
Miami.
Now you want to.
Inter Miami 2-0. City 4-1.
Socio?
Okay. I already said Inter Miami with calendar 3-0, without 1-0. Arsenal 2, City 1.
And what about LAFC?
LAFC 3, Philly 1.
Okay, Nico? The West Coast
It's a
guy?
Philly. It's a Philly, so it's gonna be a 2-2 game.
2-2 game. Wow, big scores there. All right, so
hold on.
I'm gonna go all three.
3-1.
I'm gonna go all three games. So I'm gonna go LAFC Philly 1-1. I'm gonna go Inter Miami. Well, I already said Inter Miami FC 1-1, and it's gonna be Inter Miami goes on PKs. And I'm gonna go with City Arsenal City 3-1. 2 goals from El Fantasma Haaland.
Androide.
I got no skin in the game. These are muertos.
No skin in the game, bro.
No
And look at Alvaro. Put Alvaro's hashtag up.
And Miami Heat winning the game, winning the series, I guess.
Shut.
For you guys.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah. Look,
I don't really have a say.
Alvaro, and Nico can both tweet that. You guys can tweet that hashtag not top of the league.
Not
25 and 30 points behind me.
Hashtag not top of the league.
That's gonna be Socio's tweet later. So, hey guys, for Nico, for Socio, I'm Danny. Once again, this is football. We love you guys. Don't forget to like.
Good luck guessing that record, baby. Good luck guessing that record. Come on, you Gunners. Let's go.
Somos 11